There's one person really who deserves credit for this CD, which would be the oboist Nicholas Daniel, because he invited me to give a concert with him for the William Alwyn Festival, and we played the Alwyn Oboe Piano Sonata. So when I was up there, the director of the festival, Andrew Knowles, presented me with some of the piano works. And I remember opening the music and thinking, this is an English composer, I'm a British pianist, how is it that I'm not familiar with this music? And it was clearly of such a high quality. And I resolved pretty much straight away to add the fantasy waltzes to my repertoire. So it came to pass that the foundation, the William Alwyn Foundation, very, very kindly offered to fund a recording of William Alwyn and also his wife, Doreen Carwithen, who is a similarly talented composer. William Alwyn was a mid-20th century British composer of some renown. He composed a very large body of film music, but he also wrote symphonies. There are 3 piano concertos, a sizable body of piano music. Because his imagination is so quirky, and because I've got a little bit of an engineer's brain, I like knowing how things fit together. Just for my own pleasure, I'll quite often sit down with the William Alwyn Preludes and look through them and see how and why he wrote certain things. He's a composer of great originality. He would set himself quite severe parameters. So one of the preludes only uses 3 notes, and he just uses those 3 notes and creates a prelude out of it. It's absolutely incredible, and it's original, and it's interesting. So each time I sit down and play it, it's like a lesson in composition. There are similarities with other composers, obviously. I personally think his treatment of the orchestra reminds me of Walton. There is, as with most mid-20th century English composers, a certain Russian influence. You know, the music of Prokofiev fed British music quite a lot. Actually, I think it was Yehudi Menuhin talked about similarities between Russian music and English music, that both have tendencies to have rapid changes of mood, and that's definitely true of William Alwyn's music. In fact, I would say that the fantasy waltzes are something of an emotional roller coaster ride. Some of them are verging on parody, some of them are just gut-wrenchingly painful, and you've sort of got these extremes in this music. I find it very, very emotional to play. Thinking about Doreen Carwithen, whilst I'd heard of William Alwyn, I'd never heard of Doreen Carwithen, and Andrew Knowles just sort of discreetly slipped a copy of her Sonatina into the wad of music that he gave me. And, you know, again, you look at the first page and it feels like it's quite a modest piece, but when you get to the final couple of pages, it's got the ferocity of an erupting volcano almost. And it's slow movement, which is, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I describe it as visionary. In my mind, I want to give her pride of place on this CD because I think that the slow movement of the Sonatina is probably my favourite single work on the entire CD. It's the heart of the CD for me.